Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack and we have a bag filled with news right here. So I wanted to start with this introduction only because what I'm going to show you next. So yeah, on September 23rd, so Canada, just because they love to virtue signal how good decent people they are, they call to invite a Ukrainian that fought for the World War II Germans, only to stick it up to Putin. So this is something that really pisses me the fuck off. With like, well, you have both sides fighting each other, and you are starting to see who is the most filled with shit. Who is the one that is full of shit to the point that you know what? Nah, I don't just have sympathy for those fuckers. And the fact that you say, oh, but because he's our enemy is that one. We are going to virtue signal to the point that we are going to ignore history. And this hilarious gaffe to me, it's it's something important to highlight that, well, you have to learn from history because you either you don't learn from it, you are going to commit some of the mistakes, the same mistakes, if not new ones, because maybe with this one I have to add new ones. And that introduction is because this is the main topic. So for the S.T.A.L.K.E.R games, I know they are made by Ukrainian people. The highlight is like a post-apocalyptic world based on nuclear outcome and involving Ukrainian people and Russia. So at least because Ukraine is near Russia for very fucking obvious reasons and all the political shit show that happened at all those times, it served as inspiration to make those games. So because Ukrainians from that time, they say, those developers wanted to deliver an experience in video games while also trying to tell a part of history. So and of that part of history involving Russia, in whatever side you want to see it. So I brought that article of Canada because my point with learning from history, and if you try to erase it, yeah, you are not going to have any sympathy when everyone is highlighting what you're doing. So Paranation shared a screenshot of this article. So Stalker Remastered is getting review bomb. They removed everything Russian sovereign from the original game. So let me get this straight. This remaster is a virtue signal because Ukrainians, I can understand in one way why from the past they even considered the history of Chernobyl. That was a fuck up from Russia, obviously. All the fucking communists fuck up there. And of course, they're communists. Yeah, I know they're communists. But considering from the recent facts that we have seen during this World War III situation, that it was escalated by Ukrainians. Okay, you can say something happened. Nobody's having sympathy for your country because you try to bring everyone on the brink of World War III. And with the current situation with Donald Trump trying to bury it under the ground, at least not burying under the ground, that's a mistake on my part saying that. It's more like, yeah, just end this conflict already and move on. So, with me saying this, so this game that is, it has history because even the people that play it and they are really fucking pissed with those developers because hey, this is part of why everyone jumping on you in the fucking first place, telling telling like your version of a story to to keep people entertained, and that people being entertained, they were entertained because the content you had based on that time within the Soviet Union, and you are just removing it all over the place just to a virtue signal based on what happened all over the last 3 years over the fucking war conflict with Russia. See, this is something that I despise the most about the virtue signalers. Virtue signalers doesn't matter the country. They are the end pieces of shit. And it makes me laugh that a lot of people still had sympathy for them because you know what, they lost even some of the developers because they went to fight Russia in current year, passed away, or at least we got the news that some of the Stalker's developers were KIA, but they were still making that game to sell. And they say, you know what, we are going to do a remaster with better improvements. But well, the improvements are non-existent to the public since you're removing content that people care enough to pay attention for your game. So they did this lane, we're going to stick it to Putin, just like Canada did 2 years ago. And I don't know how to put up with this. On one hand, I can see the hate that Ukrainians have because of the trade history. Me being from the outside, I already stated that I don't have much sympathy for them because what I said that they pushed for World War III many times. With well, at least you can say it's the fucking leadership. Yeah. Who elected that leadership or who decided to agree with them in the fucking first place? You know, and all the tragedy that happened because well, Ukrainian men they are non-existent at this point because everyone went to the meat grinder. And those developers that at this point they should just focus on making their games successful, you know, with creative freedom. Even if they say, yeah, they are pushing Russia in a antagonistic spotlight, yeah, in one point I will understand. Or at least if they are doing it just to make me entertain it, will will be fine. But the fact here is they deleted content. They tried like, yeah, we are going to rewrite history. Oh no, Russians, no, they're evil. They didn't even existed here. But what the fuck are you talking about? You were occupied by then until the Chernobyl catastrophe. This seriously, man. So yeah, this fucking lame virtue signaling from developers really need to stop. They are doing themselves no favor. They destroyed the goodwill because, like I said, the ones that cared to bring to the light these games, doing free advertisement for those games is because people cared about the content of the game. Even they care for history. You can see it in that way, considering since it's like you know like with the even one of the games I enjoy it is Metro, and they actually that guy gives you a perspective of oh well there is Russians that they just want to survive after the atomic bomb war, World War Three, and there is tons of factions. You have the red communists, and they are pieces of shit. You have the Germans, actually, the fascists. Of course, you are going to destroy those fuckers out too. But at the end of the day, it was like his piece of history of a guy. I am talking about Metro in this case. The history of a guy trying to survive and grow into this apocalypse. And that for me, it was fine. And at least I know the political opinions of the creator that even brought him a lot of problems. I don't know if he's still arrested or he was just completely banished from Russia. I think it was the latter. But he's not like saying, "Oh, we are going to do a remaster of the remaster and we are going to delete the content." Oh, the Soviets? No, they didn't insist. What? And seriously, once again, what is this fucking lemmas virtue signaling? Rewriting or saying, "No, no, all those fuckers, they don't even deserve to be named, even though they happen to be here." No, even I want to know what happened even from real life history, real life involvement. So even I know history is filled with lies by a lot. We have seen that being uncovered by all of those years. We have seen through the news on the internet. But why is me saying all of this? If you are a developer and you are basing your game about something, if you're going to make like a shooter based on World War II, and you're telling me you cannot put the swastika or you cannot put the Hugo Boss outfits, you cannot put all the symbolism the Germans had around that time. Only because you say, oh no, it's unacceptable and even they should not deserve to be named. Or even when you pointed out what did happen, oh no, no, that didn't happen. And they spin it just to censor it. Why you're pushing for censorship? Seriously, yeah, those developers really fuck up. They really did that. So yeah, those developers are treated as a lost cause, and they're not going to make any more money out of this because there was a niche crowd supporting them and recommending their games, and so all because of this involvement with the recent war that they had with Russia. They need to delete all the content just because, oh yeah, it's insensible to our Ukrainian people. They should have sympathy for us, but it was content that was there from even before the conflict, the recent one. Oh man, I don't know what else to tell you. They really fuck up here. So that's my peace of mind that I wanted to share here with you based on this news. Anyway, thanks for watching and please take care.